What up, Liquid Richard?
What
up, Liquid Richard?
Am I looking at Taylor's work clothes?
When I was a little kid and did like the little kids rodeo, Kyle, you might have done something like this, where like you go and then you have to try and catch the sheep or like ride the sheep. I was like maybe like 6 years old, and all they did is they like put you in that little cage thing for the rodeo. They put you on the back of the sheep, you hold on to the wool, and then they let you out, and then it runs around everywhere, and you have to stay on for however long, and then you get I won $1, and got a blue ribbon for that. Still, it's around here somewhere.
That ribbon was for the pig. Taylor just kept it.
Wow, USDA Prime. Just let the feller have it. You know what? You have $1 too.
Your memory of it is of winning.
There is a photo of me standing there with my little cowboy hat and my spurs on, holding up a certificate.
Look at the marbling on that big-headed boy.
All right, you little rats.
Which is the tortured goose liver pate. It's extra. I can't find any that's like, I just want like a can. Like I want one little can, like 3 ounces of this stuff. But it seems like you have to buy like 1.5 pounds, and 1.5 pounds of this shit is expensive. I could order a bunch of Wagyu steaks for this. It's like a couple $100 for a 1.5 pounds of this stuff, because you know they torture the geese, and they do.
I am 100. I've had enough run-ins with geese that I don't think we're putting these birds through enough.
No,
oh, Taylor's so right.
That should be the food of Canada. And every time you see one of those things, you should be able to attack it, take it home, and fatten it up as you will. These are the worst animals.
Yes.
If you were doing it to like dogs or cats, well, cats would be okay with too, but I bet it would taste like shit. If you were doing it to dogs, that's fucked up. You're doing it to rabbits, not cool. They never hurt anybody. Geese will go out of their way to attack you and be cunty. So fuck geese. And I don't even like foie gras. I've never tried it, but I'm all in favor of the industry. I'm so in favor of it. I'm gonna start spite buying foie gras, throw it away, just to keep their numbers up.
Buy foie gras and feed it to geese.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's Game of Thronesy.
Mad goose disease. Or whatever. Yeah, fuck geese. They deserve every little thing they have coming to them. I remember my grandpa being like asking him once, like, Grandpa, I was maybe like 13 or something. I'd heard of grass-fed beef for the first time, and he was like more like pump them out, fatten them up, get them gone, get more calves, fatten them up, put them on the grain diet. And I was like, Grandpa, can you tell the difference between grass-fed beef and corn-fed beef, grain-fed beef, whatever? And he was like, shit, no. Anyone who says you can is a fucking liar. Wow. Like now I realize he was fucking around at the time. My grandpa has a very dry country sense of humor in that way.
I wouldn't buy it. You see green butter, you walk away.
Yeah, you don't want to eat green butter. That's like something you could sell to urban hippies at a farmer's market. Like some guy like Cletus, what are you loading up all that old green butter for? And he's like, well, I'm heading to the San Francisco farmer's market. Going to sell it for $100 an ounce. Bunch of retards over there going to love it. And he's shot there. Oh, is this really green butter grass-fed? Yeah. Yeah, no returns. Yeah,
and the brown cows make chocolate milk.
Smell that.
Yeah.
Smell like grass in there.
You're going to want to take that home, put it in your fridge for 4 days until I'm out of town, and then try it. You want it good and chill.
Looking good, matey. I didn't play any games in the casino other than Blackjack. I did that twice, and that was pretty fun. And it was especially fun because, I didn't know, but apparently they don't pick a single employee from the United States for cruise ships. They put which I kind of liked. It was neat. It would be like, shout out Juan Pablo from Colombia. Thanks for teaching me how to play blackjack. And he was very nice because they know they're not in like a high roller thing. They know that you're just like kind of sunburnt and you want to get in and you're like, I played the absolute minimum of $6 every single hand. I don't really care. And so I would be like, hit me. And he's like, see, the reason that's not a good idea is because you see my card I flip right here. I have a 6. 6 is the worst card for me because I am very likely to I have to hit on the 17th. So if I get an ace even at my best card, I'm going to hit again. I'm going to bust. And then I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I changed my mind, Juan Pablo. I'm going to stay. And he's like, and so he was really helpful with that.
Did you tip
Very
him?
smart, senor.
Yeah.
Did you tip him?
You are astute.
Yeah. I gave him a $5 chip
See,
at the end of it.
Because that's the big thing for me.
You gave him less than a minimum bet.
Well, I mean, it's $5.
Did you consider that?
I wasn't going to haze him about his.
I was
but
only
thought
getting
the
like
same thing.
I was only like taking out like $50, and I was losing most of it. No, I lost all of it. I lost $100.
That's
I
like you're playing the
appreciate-
slot machines and you tip the waitress 2 dimes.
That's true because it's not even a quarter.
Oh,
Thank you,
that's-
sir. That $5 would be a fortune to my family.
Really? Pumping quarters
No.
into this slot machine. Endgame made me
It
cry.
sounds like when I watch Marvel movies. They're just like, "Bwah!"
You haven't seen Endgame.
Oh,
No,
Black Panther. He's got to be a bad guy, right? Yep, he's a Negro. The delivery driver just then, he was like, you know, I knocked 2 times and then I called and I figured if you didn't answer, I was calling 911. Something was wrong. And I was like, yeah, man, you never know. Maybe I left the fireplace on too long and the gas like got the best of me. I could be out in there. I was like, you ever come and I don't come to that door, you bust in. Something's wrong. I was like, I don't order this food with reckless abandon. All right. I want my fusion grill. And if I'm not coming to the door, then I'm down in there. So you need to get in there and say, he's like, oh, I got you, brother. I got you.
Do you
I
know
got you.
your drivers? Like, when you go to, is it Postmates? Are they they're the ones?
Yeah.
You use the most?
Yeah.
You must start to see repeats in the drivers.
I do see repeats, and I have this guy's my favorite. This guy's my favorite. He's like maybe a 40-year-old black guy, and he's got a good sense of humor, and we always have like a little exchange when he brings me the food, and he knows my name. I mean, it's on the piece of paper, so maybe he doesn't.
He knows my name.
Probably
I'll take
knows
it.
your name.
He uses my name, and you know, we call each other sir, and we have, you know, I had a nice conversation with him just then. He's like, I got you, brother. I got your back. I was about to call 911. I was like, bust that door down, man. If I don't come to that door after 3 knocks and a phone call, you bust it down. You bust it down, dude. You save me because I've succumbed to the fumes or something in there. I've drank too much. Like something has gone wrong.
I've drank too much. He's gonna come in one of these days if you're like pass out drunk at like 1 a.m. and you use Postmates that you forgot about. He's like, "You awake? You awake, Kyle?
Yeah, I got your Burger King.
That's
I got your
Wake
Waffle
up!
Pal.
It's getting cold. Oh, can you feed it to me? Yeah, I got
Hell
your
yeah,
back,
Kyle. Here,
Yeah.
here, I got it. No tomatoes, just the way you like. Yeah.
This is gonna be a
enjoy that.
20% gratuity though. Heads up.
Oh, I always give them the tips vary, right? I'll tell you what.
based
like
on.
based on
Probably the time,
attitude, whether I have a steep driveway, very
Mhm.
steep, like the kind that you have to approach at an angle, and if they don't come up that driveway, I kind of deduct a few points. It's like if you can't come up, if you make me walk to the end of my driveway down to the street,
Oh, there are people that wait on like the sidewalk,
yeah, and it's not far, like it's a stone's throw, but still,
but it's
I
steep.
prefer it if you came to my door, right?
I can't
Some people will
imagine
call and be
that.
like, "Hey, your food's here," and I'm like, "Well, not exactly, because I see you down in the street." Right?
It's almost
I-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those people,
You're
those,
so close. Yeah.
those people get 10%, okay, which I think is a weak tip. Personally, I usually give more than that.
Weak, but not totally
Not nothing.
punishing. I would
Not
argue.
insulting. Like they did their job mostly. They did 99% of their job, but it was that last percent that cut them off. There are some people who get shit fucked up. Like sometimes I order sushi, and like maybe I'll order at lunch, and what I'll do is I'll order like hibachi chicken, which is like chicken, like grilled chicken and rice and vegetables,
Mhm.
and then I'll also order some sushi. And my plan is to eat the sushi for lunch, and then for dinner later that night, like 6 hours later, I'm going to heat up that chicken. I'm going to eat that. And so common sense would tell you sushi's cold and hibachi's hot.
Mhm.
2 different bags. This guy like stacked them on top of each other, and the juices from the chicken were so accumulated in the bottom of the bag that I had to take the bag and tip it into the sink. Like it was like ounces and ounces of
What
this
was
black.
Son of a
tip?
bitch.
What's that?
What was his tip? Did you say already?
That should be 0.
He didn't get a tip. He
Yeah,
got
I'm
a-
okay with that. I'm even.
Yeah.
I think.
I complained.
I think 10% might be a little generous for not coming to the door. I've never had
Yeah.
I've never ordered Postmates, but
they're doing a lot of work. You know,
pizza
they're going
and
there, they're getting it, they're coming to me. It's like Pizza Hut, they're already there, right?
yeah.
They're bringing it straight to you. It's there and back again, a hobbit's tale. But these guys, they're off and you know, at home or maybe just at a midpoint in the city, and then they're going there, getting it, bringing it to you.
Okay.
The things that get you 1 cent tips though, which is what I do, because Postmates is like, hey, time to tip Billy from Moe's, you know, burritos, how much you want to give him, and you can't get away from it. You can't just be like, no. You got to be like 10, 20, 30% or other.
Even
And
in
once you tip
another
other-
environment, once that tip makes it obvious it was not an accident.
Exactly. That's what I do. So I have wanted this. It's not a big deal. It's just what I want. I've wanted this burger from McDonald's for a while now. I've tried 3 times, failed every time. Here's what I want. And it's not that crazy, I don't think. I want a quarter pounder with cheese.
Okay.
But I don't want any of the shit that comes on a quarter pounder with cheese. I just want the cheese. What I want is
Bun,
all of the
burger,
ingredients.
and cheese.
So you just want a plain
No,
burger?
no. Let me finish. I want Big Mac ingredients. I want special sauce, lettuce, the diced tiny onions, pickles. It's the shredded lettuce, by the way, and that's it. I want the Big Mac toppings, but on a quarter pounder. I know that may be a little confusing at first, but just imagine Big Mac toppings, but you put them on the quarter pounder.
I don't mean to brag, but I've
got
understood
it?
this whole time.
Holy shit.
I
3 out of
understand it
3
as well.
times. 3 out of 3 times they have failed me. And I don't mean they just get the burger wrong, because they've got the burger wrong every fucking time. They get the whole combo wrong. I'll be like, I want an unsweet tea. I want a small order of fries. I'm not looking to go crazy here. I know it's an unhealthy burger to begin with. I just want a small fry, a small fry. No matter what I do, I get sweet tea, large fry, and the burger's wrong. And I've done it 3 times. And I file this big, long complaint form every time. And I type all this
By
shit
now
out.
you know of my concerns.
I say
And
that.
once
I
again,
say
it
that.
has been boasted.
I say that. This is the 3rd time I have attempted to order a quarter pounder and cheese with the specified ingredients. This doesn't happen with any other restaurant. I'm not sure if to blame Postmates, McDonald's, or Cronisha. So I'm blaming all of you.
I don't drink a ton of caffeine. So, and like I was at a bar this last weekend and
That's
I drank
right,
the night
yeah.
before. So I wasn't really wanting to drink. And so I was there with some friends and I was like, you know what? Unsweet iced tea kind of sounds good. That's something I'd never order out. And so I totally forgot that iced tea has caffeine in it. And so I drank, I think like 6 of them. I was just guzzling these down. And like, as I was driving home with my girlfriend, I'm like, God, I just in the last 20 minutes, I feel so stressed out and jittery and anxious. Like, why am I getting sick or something? And she's like, well, you drank like 6 iced teas, babe. And I was like, yeah. Oh, why didn't you tell me that I was drinking so many?
It's
I forgot
clearly
they were
her fault.
Caffeinated. After I got home with her in the phone book and a few stern words and my sock full of oranges, you know, those are my tools.
They don't bruise as much.
No
Good
bruises.
call.
Women, yep. You're fucking hilarious because it's like
Don't
I
give
get,
away
like-
too much.
oh no, I'm not going to give away anything.
Okay.
I'm just saying that like when he's doing stuff like that, I'll get like a transitive stress of illegality. It's like,
Oh my
am I
God.
in trouble for seeing you do this? I mean, I don't even know where you are.
I don't
sir.
even want to see. I look away.
If there are any feds listening, quit that, man. Stop. Illegal.
He
This
is,
is a Christian chat.
he likes to experiment, and he does it right there on the camera, and he just doesn't care, and he's always smoking something.
It's funny because there have been times where everybody except the hosts, of course, was on something.
Yeah, it's interesting in the Hangouts. Like you guys should join the Hangouts if you haven't. It's $50
is
a
fun.
month. Patreon link down below. But there'll be a part where like a lot of our guys are in legal states. So like somebody will like pull out a bong or whatever, and they'll be like, I got some of this, and they'll show like the weed they're smoking, and all of a sudden like 8 more people all reach to the left
Yeah.
and grab their bongs. They're like, well, I got this prickly Pete here I've been toking on. And it's pretty funny. And then they'll all, if one of them starts smoking, they'll all start smoking. And
there's some like weird juxtapositions there where it'll be like someone will show up like in a tie or something. And it's like, man, this guy's This guy's in a really nice room. He's clean cut, and like everybody's pulling out their drug of choice, and he's like not only taking one out, he's like got his 20 container oil rig or something that he pulls out there, and he starts using, and it's like, man, that it's pretty cool.